Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today, Global took a big L on the Cell and Gohan EZA, but now today we're taking our W back. So, we're here to talk about these new growth rank packs that just got revamped on Global, and JP doesn't have them, and these things are insane. If you're a character, if you're a player that is not 100% free to play, like if you're willing to spend any amount of money in this game, you buy these first. Like, these are such good value, it's not even funny. So they revamped, I think, some of these older ones too, but I'm just going to talk about the rank 200 and up, because these are the ones that just dropped, and I bought these suckers out because they are such good value, right? So the first one for $13.99, you're getting 50 stones. So right there, it's a multi, and to buy a multi is just by default is already more expensive than $13.99. So right there, it's already a W, but you're getting a bunch of Kais, some Hercule statues, and the SSR Force ticket, which actually has some pretty good characters in it. And so the other thing I want to talk about in this video is who I think you should pick with this SSR Force ticket, right? And there are definitely some interesting options to think about there, right? Then the 225 pack, you're getting, once again, $15.99, only like $2 more than the last one. You're getting 60 stones, a bunch of Kais, you're getting box space, which is super rare. Like, they don't just give out box space. So anytime you can pick up box space, you definitely want to do it. And then there's some other trinkets thrown in there as well. And then the rank 250 pack, only $18.99. So like, all of these packs are under $20 a piece. And you're getting 50, 60, and 70 dragon stones. Like, that's an insane amount of stones for the money. You're getting a ton of Kais, which is very valuable for newer players. So like, upgrade the super attack your characters. You're getting a ton of Hercule statues. You're getting more box space. So in total, you get 50 box space if you buy all these packs. And then I think they're just throwing like a bunch of awakening medals and stuff too. Like, very good. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's potential orbs in these as well. I think there's equips in here. There's training items. Like, the stuff in here is crazy. And actually, if I press the I here, it might, yeah, this tells me everything that's in there, right? So we're getting training items, incredible hourglass, all this craziness, right? All of these equips, I mean, those equips aren't that good. But yeah, potential orbs, right? That's the other thing, is potential orbs are in here. And you get a good chunk of orbs. And honestly, what Global needs to revamp is they actually need to revamp the potential orb packs, because those things have been terrible value since day one. This is good value for your potential orbs, because these are just like throw-ins, right? We can look at the other pack here. Yeah, same thing. Bunch of training items, some equips, potential orbs. So, dude, there's even meat in these. Like, meat is so very valuable. And then, like, even the Android 8s and the Ghost Ushers, these are like premium World Tournament items, which, guess what just dropped? World Tournament, right? Or it's about to drop. I think it's going to drop the day after I record this video, or it's dropping overnight tonight. So yeah, just an insane amount of value. So I just want to say that up front. I'm not telling you to like go spend money if you're totally free to play. I'm just saying, if you're someone that spends on the game, these are like must buys. Like, these are so good. Now, let's take a look at the SSR packs and kind of give my opinion on what you should buy out of there. And I may have done this video already before. My stance really hasn't changed on here, right? So there's two ways to think about it, and this is going to be different. I don't think there's one character in here that I would recommend for every player in the game. Every player is going to be in a much different place in their kind of Dokkan journey, so it's going to be based on that. So from my point of view, I'm a veteran player that has a ton of characters rainbowed. So what you're going to notice here is we've got this Tech Gohan, we've got the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, we got Broly, we got Full Power Frieza, and we got Jiren. So these top 5 are all yellow coin LRs. So the thing to remember with these yellow coin LRs, they're not featured very often, and you have chances to pull them less often. So my first piece of advice, if you're a veteran player that has a lot of characters, like me, one of the LRs is probably your better choice, because you have less chances to obtain them, right? So this is my second SSR Force ticket. Both of my picks, I did Tech Jiren. Now, not because I think Tech Jiren's like better than any of these units. I solely based it off of what units I needed. And my Jiren was only at 55%. Now I've bought 2 Jirens from this pack. Now my Jiren is, or no, sorry, my Jiren was 1 dupe. Now I've bought 2 Jirens. Now my Jiren's 90%. So now I'm 1 Jiren away from Rainbow. So the one theory to look at this is, if you're a veteran player, look at which LR you need the most dupes of, and you can go for that. Now, if I'm just talking like overall strength of unit, the other thing to keep in mind here is some units have already EZA'd, thus they're going to be better now, but other units will EZA later, right? So the Frieza here is the only unit that has EZA'd now. So I actually would kind of not recommend this Frieza. Now, this Frieza, out of all these LRs, is right now the best unit, right? The problem with the Frieza is he's on a very competitive team, which is like the Wicked Bloodline team, which has a ton of top tier units. I actually struggle, if you have like all of the best units, I struggle to find room on my team for this Frieza. And he also competes with AGL Full Power Frieza, who is still really good. So there's a couple of things going against this STR Frieza where I would say no. The only player I would recommend it is if like you love the cooler team, it's like your only good team, it's your favorite team, and you're lacking units for the team and you really need to fill a spot. Sure, you could pick up this Frieza. But I would say the STR Frieza actually would be my last choice on this list. Now, in terms of the other units, it's really based on dupes. Because like talking about how good they are really doesn't matter. Because all like, so the Tech Gohan, the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, the Broly, and the Jiren, they're all in the same spot. None of them are meta relevant. You can toss them on the teams as fun units. They're all going to get crushed in red zone. Broly, I guess technically, like if you have him with Chi-Lai on rotation, he can be good because he can get guaranteed dodge. But like, I wouldn't really think of any of these units as like top tier I'm going to run on my team. So then how you want to value these units is which one links with units you like, which one's going to fit on the teams you're using, and then you can also think about which one's going to EZA. Now, I'm going to reference Mass Ningen here because Ningen made a really good point. He did a video on this, and he made a really good point that if you get this ticket, it doesn't expire for like a really long time. So you could sit on this ticket, wait and see what these EZAs look like, and then pick the characters. That's another route you can take, right? So anyways, that's kind of my spiel on the LRs, okay? Now, if you're, say, a newer player, or a player with non-expansive box, you might want to pick something that's good now, right? And here's the other mindset. Do I want a unit that's good now, or do I want a unit that could be good down the road? Once again, that's what we have to look at. So if we're looking at, just in this LR pool, which one's the best now? It's Frieza. Frieza's the best one now, but I already named what his flaws are, right? And why I maybe wouldn't pick him. Let's look at the Dokkan Fest here. So, we've got GT Kid Goku, the GT Vegeta. We've got AGL Gohan. We've got STR Videl. We got Goten and Trunks. We got Tech Ultimate Gohan. We got Pikkon. We got Bojack. We got Kefla. And we got Beerus. Here's the thing with the Dokkan Fest. If you're trying to future-proof and you're looking at future EZA, none of these have EZA'd yet. So any of these could end up being a really good pick for later. They could end up being not so good of a pick for later. So if you're looking for like later down the road, you might just want to sit on the ticket and wait, or just pick a character you like and you hope that they're really good when they get their EZA, right? If you're like a really new player and like, let's say you're like brand new and you like just need a leader skill, I mean, you could take one of these Dokkan Fest for the leader skill. I'm trying to remember, Gohan's, I don't like the Heavenly Events part. Banda Master and Disciple. Yeah, I don't know that I would take Gohan. I think that GT, like the GT Goku or Vegeta, they're probably your safest like beginner leader skill if you just need a leader skill, right? Because they're going to be GT heroes and then either Goku family or Vegeta family, which is really easy to get a lot of units for. So if you're like super new and you like struggle to even build a team, grabbing Goku or Vegeta isn't the worst idea. They're still very solid. They orb change, which means you can use them as floaters still on teams where they're not as relevant. And you're getting a very passable leader skill that can get you through like Dokkan events and stuff like that to get you till you get a more top tier team. So as like a newer like player, like I could actually recommend those GT ones. Now, if you want to know like currently who are the best, most meta relevant right now, it's going to be Tech Ultimate Gohan and AGL Gohan are probably the two. Pikkon's definitely getting some use as well, but he's a unit that can just get creamed if he doesn't dodge. But, you know, he's going to easy at some point, right? So it could be really good. But, like, yeah, Tech Ultimate Gohan is just flat out still ridiculously good. I think he is the best aging unit in Dokkan history. He's the unit that I feel like has lasted the longest and been meta relevant longer than any other unit has ever done. Tech Cal and Caulifla were definitely that unit for a while, but I mean, this Gohan, he's timeless. Like, he's literally still good enough to run in like red zones and stuff. Like in events where you can't stack, like sure, he definitely can get hit early. But I've used this Gohan on top tier teams to this day. Like right now, he's still one of my top choices to run with physical Ultimate Gohan, and I like running that as a rotation, right? For all of these other units, I mean, yeah, you guys see me use this AGL Kid Gohan. I like him. He's a good floating support unit. Vidal is probably one of the lesser relevant ones. I mean, Vidal, the Goten and Trunks, they're like in that same vein. STR Kefla is flat out just not good. Her team isn't relevant, right? Beerus, same thing. He's not good anymore. Team isn't super relevant. If you're picking up a character like that, it's pretty much because you're future-proofing, because you want somebody who maybe will ECA down the road and be really good. The other way to look at it, once again, depending on how long you're playing the game, just picking up the character you need the most dupes for, or a character you don't have, is definitely fine. Like, don't feel bad about that. Like, even though I haven't talked about this physical Beerus, and this physical Beerus isn't crazy right now, if he's the only unit here you don't have, you might as well just pick up your first copy and then you got him, right? So, the other thing I would recommend too is, like, if you have 2 or more dupes into a unit, it's probably better to pick a unit that you have 0 or like 1 dupes for, just because the first few dupes are way more important in a character. Because the thing you don't want to happen is, let's say, oh, Joe says this kid Gohan's good, mine's at 90%, I'm going to rainbow him, right? Well, the bad part about that is then what if Gohan's on the next banner and then you pull extra copies, then you kind of wasted your ticket. So the safer pick with your ticket is get something you either don't have or have lower dupes in. I know this is kind of like, I can't really, I'm going to be honest, I cannot give you a straight answer and say, pick this unit, right? My hope is that me explaining all the situations kind of helps. So quick little recap. In general, if you are a veteran player and you've got a bunch of stuff rainbowed, pick something that you have 0 to 1 dupes in, probably something you don't have, and I would prioritize the yellow coin LRs just because they're harder to pull and you don't see them as often. That's my veteran player advice, okay? Newer player advice. If you're struggling to make a team, I would take Goku or Vegeta for the leader skill, or just grab a character you need. And then if you're in that player spot where, like, you're in the middle or maybe a veteranous player and you want what are the best units to use right now in the game, it's going to be AGL Gohan and Tech Ultimate Gohan. I think ultimately those are my 2 picks. And then if you've got the cooler team, yes, the Frieza is good to use right now, right? So anyways, I hope this helps. If you want to hit me up in the comments with, like, your specific situation and you're still not really sure what to grab, hit me up in the comments or join my Discord. My Discord is in the description of all my videos. So anyways, guys, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you all on the next one.